Mm. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely, lovely morning in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I want to say that I'm not going to title say the title of this message because I'm gonna be a little here and a little there, and I would come up with the title when I upload the video. But I want to cover the vision that I experienced a few days ago, seeing a match lit and said in my spirit, tossed into the forest, and the whole forest is destroyed. Um, First and foremost, I want to say to you many times when the Father speaks to me from the spirit realm, He wants me to first and foremost apply what He says unto myself. Uh, and what this means is you got to feel this thing before you can put it out unto one. I want you to feel this thing. And I tell you all time after time when the RUACH of the Creator gives you vision, dreams, or speak to you through water, or speak to you many ways, you got to feel that thing. He don't want to just speak to you and tell you, here, go tell them, go tell them. No, you got to feel the realness and the sincerity of who He is within you. And He is not one to be played with. You got to see that. You got to not see it with the natural eyes. You got to feel that thing. You see what I'm saying? It's got to be something in you to say, yay, Father, y'all, and salute what He has shared with you or in you, you know, that which shall come to pass. Speak on it. You see what I'm saying? So the vision itself caught me all totally off guard because it woke me up in the sense that, hey, get up. I got something to show you. And I'm like, I don't want to get up. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. So I just tossed and I said, okay, let me lay on this side, going back to sleep. And that's when the vision was how would I say was given unto me. Okay, and I was it was like I say early morning, still dark outside. The match lit, fire match thrown into the forest, and the whole forest is destroyed. So I want to talk about that because first and foremost, when the Father is giving you visions and dreams, and He's speaking to you through waters or speaking to your spirit from the inner, He normally want us to feel that thing. You know, meaning, okay, I abide in you, and I'm teaching you from the inside, but have the feeling on the outside of wait a minute, wow, wait a minute, oh, feel that thing. So I felt that, and not only did I feel that thing, I applied it to my situation yesterday. Two things that had happened yesterday. I applied the light, the match being thrown into the forest and the whole forest being destroyed. I applied it to my experience yesterday. Both example was I was put into the fire furnace to be burnt up and left there. You see what I'm saying? And I came out, give all glory and honor to the Most High Yah, but that's the way it felt to me in the flesh, that I was put into a fire furnace, and uh, 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 I was left there. I come out, and still feel the burning from the fire furnace. And understand, it's not a fire; it's a feeling. It's a troubling sorrow feeling. You see, in both situations. And I sit back and I thought last night, how will I be able to sleep and move the next day? And I just give glory and honor to the Father because He gave me a peaceful sleep. I got a good 8 hours sleep with no interruption at all. No tossing and turning, no nothing. Just, and like I say, the moment I opened my eyes and I was still lying there, I laid there another 45 minutes, but I laid there and I just thanked the Father for the peace that He gave me throughout that night. Ooh, it felt good. And when He give you that, you feel that thing. See, we want to say we represent Him. But we are so numb to Him, like the world is. They can't feel Him. They don't feel this thing. You see, when you're numb to the right hand of the Father, and you're numb to His Spirit and His teaching and His revealing, if you just numb to it all, and you just teaches it based on how you feel it in the flesh because you're so numb, it doesn't really mean anything to you. To me, it means a lot to me because I feel that thing. So before I can get on here and say something to you all, I feel that thing. I have to feel it like I'm about to share it with you all. I feel it. You see? So I thank the Father for allowing me to understand what He wanted me to understand about the furnace fire, and not the furnace fire, about the forest being on fire. Now I did do a little study on the cedar tree and the oak tree. The cedar tree, I think it's in the Middle East, and it is a very expensive type of wood. Very, very, very expensive. And so like unto it is the oak. But I think the cedar tree is very high class type of trees. So I'm like, what is it about to happen? I'm just thinking, okay, cedar tree, um, oak tree, all these type of trees. I'm looking at the forest as being just many different kind of trees being destroyed. Okay, so when the trees are destroyed, we know that the grass is destroyed. You see what I'm saying? So we know that a fire that's coming, it's not coming to have do something. It's coming to complete something. So I believe that the Father is saying to the prophetess that in that day we have stepped in the realm in Revelation. Now you're not going to nowhere near grip what I'm saying, because if you are of the left side, you over here in the things of the world and what they're plotting. And I'm also share something with you all that's going to make you really think about really who you are and who you really serve. But I want to stick with this fire thing. So I decided to just go over Revelation chapter 8. And I started with verse 5. In Revelation chapter 8 and verse 5, it says, "And the angel took the cedar, the censer, and filled it up with fire of the altar." Now, it's telling you that heavens is doing something, okay? An angel, okay, that the Most High is sending is first and foremost, the angel is taking the censer and filling it up with fire at the altar of the Most High Yah. You see that order? Look at that order He's given. Here, fill this up with fire from my altar. Do you not think or give it some sort of consideration that the Father is about to throw up and throw out, or throw down and throw out, throw down? You can't see what is about to take place right here. So it's kind of helping me in the area of the light being matched, being thrown in the fire, and the whole forest is on fire. Let's go. Revelation chapter 8 and verse 5. And the angel took the censer and filled it up with fire of the altar. And what did he do with it? He cast it on the earth. So we know that this is a heaven throne of the creator mission, because he's bringing down fire from the altar of the Most High Yah. Okay, and he casts it into the earth where we reside. The earth where we reside. Now listen to this. And there were voices that's proceeding behind this. Voices, thundering, lightning, and earthquakes. And earthquake. Not earthquakes with an S, but one particular one. These are the things that's proceeding behind the fire that has been taken from the altar to be cast down on the earth. Again, voices, thundering, lightning, and an earthquake. Wow. You see what I'm saying? So when Sister Deborah talking to you about a fire in the forest, you can't just look at the fire, the match that's lit in the fire, putting the fire in the forest. It's way beyond that. The picture, the whole warning is beyond your understanding. As I felt it even in my life yesterday, I applied it to it. And the feeling that came with it, oh, if it wasn't from the Most High y'all. I'm telling y'all, it was just that powerful. It was, if it was so, Satan could have took my life yesterday. That's just how powerful the heartache and sorrow was. I'm just telling you all. That's just how powerful it really was. But I in the midst of it, I knew that, hey, okay, remember you saw the fire and thrown into the forest? You know, don't forget, I want you to grip that thing. I want you to feel what I give unto you to speak unto the people. Okay, so I felt it. I felt it. Now I'm reading in Revelation, and I'm coming into Revelation into a day in when the angel that has a censer is going to fill it up with fire from the altar of the kingdom. We in trouble, y'all. Somebody's in trouble. Okay. Now the casting it into the earth, and there were voices, thundering, lightning, and earthquakes. And an earthquake. It's not letting you know that there's going to be earthquakes like it is every day. Y'all have not paid any attention to it, nor did do your study. That the word of Yah is being fulfilled, but you are so numb to anything righteous. You all want to learn everything of the world on the left side, to where you are numb to what is actually taking place on the right side. And this need be, because it's a form of separating the wheat from the tare. It has already taken place. So that's why it's so many people numb to what is actually taking place in the world today. You know, it's like people, when you say somebody murdering and you see they molesting children, and they bringing up the darkness of yesterday, pulling it all to the light today, but it's not making anyone any wiser or anyone any righteous. It's over. It's finished. That's why I'll try to explain to y'all. He's not coming down here to make you feel good, make you see things in a way that it makes it right. No, he's coming to show you his throwdown method that's in the kingdom. That's what Revelation is about. You want to mess with me, and you have throughout time. But this is me. Here I am, live. And you want to get on here and be live on all these media and all that. I tell you what, I'm live. And it ain't meant for you to see. I'm live 24/24. How about that? How about that? Said the most high Yah. How about that? He's live 24/24. And Here he says in verse 7, we in Revelation chapter 8 and verse 7, the first angel sound, and there followed hail and fire mingling. There go that fire with blood, and they were cast upon the earth, and a third part of the trees were burnt up, and all the green grass were burnt. You see that, y'all? Do you see that? Listen to verse 8 as well. And the second angel sound, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and the third part of the sea became blood. Do you see? Do you see the fire cutting up from the floor? But you got to understand, this is not like a real match, a match that you strike and it's a fire and thrown into the a forest. It's showing you in a way of something that he's about to allow to come upon the earth, and it's going to be backed up with seven angels bringing forth a sound to bring seven situations forth. And even, let me give you out something, explain to you all when Sister Deborah was trying to get you to understand the left side and the right. When you get to Revelation chapter 8 and verse 12, the fourth angel sound, the third part of the sun was smitten, and a third part of the moon, and a third part of the stars, so as the third part of them were darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it. It's, oh, this is an error. It's got SHO. It's supposed to, the day shine not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. Now, see, instead of shine, it's got SHONE. Instead of shine, it's got SHONE. That shows you that you cannot, and this is my instructions and direction book. It says Holy Bible, King James. Okay? So what I'm saying is that error is right there. That's why you got to be careful saying that this is the word. When you realize that the word is power and power is the word, you realize this book is not it. But that is for he that's on the left. This book is for only he that's on the left that can only receive that which is seen, which is this book. They can never detach themselves to the unseen creator. And the unseen creator will never detach himself to them. Okay? So they would have to live trusting, believing, teaching, preaching from the word and the words that has been taken away and has been hidden and has been found and now there's no end. Solomon said it. He warned us. There's not going to be no end to the books, y'all. So don't get caught up in it because there's no end. It takes the flesh so far deep away from the spiritual Yah till it is off the chain. But the Yah is allowing it and suffering it. But as I was speaking of the sun being smitten, and a third part of the moon, and a third part of the sun, and a third part of the stars, and them that were darkened, and how they didn't give light, and a third part of it, and the night likewise. But what people don't understand, when Sister Deborah is speaking to you about the left side, it's a very dangerous area to go into. So I will advise you, if you or anybody who has a pen needle or light or more, and you walk in spirit and truth, you got to stay away from the left side. The left side is what the deception and deceiving tools are located. Once you go over there and mingle in that area, you're going to be lost forever. You hear me? You're going to be lost forever. And why? This would need be. Because you stepped into the world on the left side and you decide to mingle with it and reason with it and come to your conclusion based on what you see and believe and what you hear from out of all these books and all of these voices of these men. That's what you're going by. All right, you on the left side. You on the left side. That's why he says study to show yourself. Yourself is flesh, y'all. I don't know if you knew that or not. When he says study to show yourself, he talking about your flesh. Just study your flesh. Let it study. And your spirit tarry. Your flesh study while your spirit tarry. Tarry for what? Here I come. See, when you are studying in the flesh, your spirit is tarrying for the RUACH of the Most High God. But what happens, they study and they desire not the RUACH because they feel that they have studied enough in their flesh till they can come to their own understanding. And he said, hands off, this need be. And he let it be what it need to be. So we talked about the left side and the right side. And a lot of times I'm going to bring that to the forefront because that's a beautiful way of trying to uh, uh, bring people into spirit and truth with the light in the right hand. It's only going to be found on the right hand. You're not going to be able to go to the left and all this stuff the world is saying. And when you say that the world is not going to say anything to me regarding a spiritual creator. Okay? So therefore, I'm not going to reason with the world and be out there with the world and the world saying the same thing that I'm saying. And how is myself and the world is on one accord. Either I'm in the world or I'm in Yah. So you see what I'm saying? I have to know that there's no connection to the world and what they saying and what Yah is saying. You get what I'm saying? It's no connection. Yah is revealing everything that he controlled in the world, which is A to Z. So he's controlling everything. You have to look at him at all times, seeing his power. That's the whole ideal of what took place before the foundation of the world. All that is, all that was, and all that shall be is in the power of the right hand over here that who had created it. So when you get stuck on this side, it's hard for you to look on this side and say, oh, they said this true, this book, this book, this book, this book, this book, this one lost, this one found, this one they took, this one they ain't nobody take you all. If you ever wanted to find out the truth of the whole matter, outside of what the horse's mouth of men and women on these devil platforms is saying, all you have to do is, like I said, wait on the ruach of the creator, teach you and know that he's going to teach you and let him teach you, not you teach him. He don't want to hear your input. He don't want to hear your opinion. He don't want to hear your theory. He don't want to hear your righteous. He don't want to hear your knowledge. He don't want to hear your wisdom. He don't want your understanding. He wants your mouth closed and your spirit attentive to what he knows, because he knows all things. That's worth keeping your mouth closed and shutting up and learning. To learn the whole matter of situations that is, that was, and that shall be. But see, they don't do that. They get into this book, they study, they go to book after book after book after book. They go looking for the lost, the found, they get to finish. They ain't got time to hear the voice of the Most High Yah in them. For what? They got all the books. What do they need a creator that's unseen for? They got all the books that tells them the truth. But what they didn't understand, them same books, if the world is detached to those books and they believe those books and you believe those books, you are of the world. You see, that's why you're able to see it like they see it. See, that's what I'm saying. You are on one accord with the world, not with the unseen creator. And that's where that which is in the dark shall come to the light. And what is happening, people who've walked in darkness for so long, Yah is allowing it to be revealed in this end day, who you really are and who you really serve. And it ain't like you're going to come out and flip the page and go to the other side. No, you're going to remain right where you at because you got too much invested in the world. You got too much invested on the left-hand side. You ain't going to lose your subscribers and likes. to come over to the right side. Y'all already know that you won't do it. Why? He knew the beginning to the end, and he knew that he had only a narrow gate that will find its way. Okay, so I want to leave a little token with you about Revelation 8. It talks about the sun being smitten and a third part of the moon, the stars, a third part of the stars, and so on. I want you to also be very cautious because this it's been years, many years, but I've seen it in the last three, no, 4 years, about the last 4 years, how man has worked very hard on finding ways to fulfill that. They've been tampering with how to put a black shield over the sun. Okay, they've been tampering with the sun, causing the heat to be dispersed even greater. That's why you end up this summer the way. See, that's what I was saying. People so smart they dumb. They are so smart they're dumb. They don't understand that what man is trying to do, even when they talking about giants, aliens, and falling, they're trying to counteract what Yah has already done. You see, they trying to win over those that are giving to them and keep you over on that side. If you agree with, I'm gonna tell you, now I'm gonna shoot it into you. If you agree with giants, aliens, and fallen angels, you have detached yourself to the world because the world believes that too. So, what is it that you and the world got in common here? Huh? Want me to tell you what you got in common? Y'all want a card with something. See, the Most High in this DAY is not going to have his in common with the world. See, and the world has made it so simple, you guys, so easy for you to see it and believe it the way they want you to see it and believe it. A lot of people are waiting for the 3 days of darkness. Baby, hold up. Go back to Revelation 8. You see, he's telling you he's sending angels, and these things are going to happen. Right today, the world has already created a shield to go over the sun. They've been dealing with the sun to deal with the heat that you all experienced last summer. See, you all don't understand. They are working all type of technology that's still been given by the right hand power to allow them to reach the capacity of their ignorance, that they're not going to over succeed the prophecies of the will of the Creator. And this is the only thing they're doing, you guys. That's how they brought those plague biochemo. They did that because they knew that there was going to be uh, 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 Revelation 6, the four horses coming out to disperse something. That's their way of doing things to get people caught up on the left side, believing that the left side have more information than the right side. But when you stick with the spirit of the Creator, He's going to give you the truth of the matter of it all. And you're going to feel really great about it because you're going to find yourself in it alone, but it's just a walk you got to walk alone. Okay, so when you get over in Revelation and you're constantly hearing about the fourth angel sounding the third part of the sun, smithing the third part of the sun and third part of the moon and a third part of the stars, and you all sitting your tails around waiting for the 3 days of darkness. Which 3 days of darkness are you waiting for? The one that the world has created to be a shield that covers and blocks the sun? Or are you waiting for what the Father said in Revelation chapter 8 and verse 12? There's two going on: the deceiver and spirit and truth. There's two: spirit and truth and the deceiver. So he that's on the left side is only looking for the deceiver to deceive the mass and themselves so that they can say, see, this is the 3 days of darkness. No, baby, you got to understand Revelation chapter 8 and verse 12 all the way down. You have to understand it in the spiritual realm of the way it's going to go. And what they have done is something that 99.9 have not done. They have went back and forward over revelation over and over and over till they have created. They have mastered the plan to deceive the mass and has done an excellent, excellent, excellent job. And this is why you see books pulling up about the book of the giants, the book of Enoch 1, 2, and 3. All this stuff, but then you don't hear nothing in the instructions and direction book speaking of all of this stuff that they're actually seeing that's actually taking place today. You don't see the books. You see Revelation pulling up things out of the pit. But who is these falling from the air? Who is it that got all this power in the heaven level that's bringing down all these things? They never think that far. They never consider, wait a minute, y'all, the creator doing something here on the right and y'all doing something here on the left. And the father said, but never this need be. The deceiver has to give those that he has already deceived what they looking for. Because they ain't going to look nowhere else, y'all. They ain't going to look over to the righteous. They ain't going to look to the right side. They ain't going to hear the prophets of the Most High Yah. They going to stay right in the world thinking it is Yah. They going to think that they are over here and what they're doing is about Yah. Just like you said, they going to kill the Yah's elects, and then they going to think they doing something right. You see what it said? The left going to kill the right, and they going to think they doing something right. They going to call it righteous, right, and just. So this is another thing that you see going on. A lot of this is things that's actually taking place. You know what? I had to rethink of who I am yesterday. And like I was telling you all, it was like a fire furnace, burning up and feeling it. And it was like not like a natural burn up, but it was like an emotion and a emotional feeling and a hurting and sorrow, So I thank the Father for, like I say, allowing me to get out of it, but he wanted me to feel that thing. And that's how I, as a prophetess in the wilderness, can say to those that are in the light or has a pin needle of light and walking in spirit and truth, that if you think for 1 minute this journey is about you getting on YouTube and being somebody famous to the people that's here and not understand these people are of the world. The world loves its own. So it's not going to love you. You got to be the opposite of them liking and loving and caring and supporting and subscribing to. See, that's what people don't understand. You got to stay on that right side. The right side is the narrow gate, you guys. It is the way to life eternal, the only way. So if you want to keep jumping over in this end, it's really because this the end you really actually belong in. And you need to get over there as soon as possible. Because if you don't get over there, you're gonna end up over there whether you like it or not. Because in this DAY, either you're gonna go on your own or you're gonna get cast over to the left side. Because this DAY is not a time of creation that you either can swing both sides, or I'm on this side, I'm on this side. No, 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 no. And that's what they do on these devil platforms to those that are already that has already been deceived. They think they can ride both sides, and you really can. You can fake it until you make it. Not fake it until you think you done made it somewhere. And then when you finish and you wake up, you're gonna find out I was always assigned to the left side. That's why I keep running back and forth. You see? So when you think of Revelation chapter 8, I notice a light of fire is cutting up from the floor. So it leads me to understand that the Father is doing something. And let me see what verse 4, Revelation chapter 8 and verse 4 says. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers, which came with the prayers of the saints, extended up before Yah out of the angel's hands. Praise the mighty Yah. I like that. Even going up to Revelation 8, sticking with 8. Let me just go on to Revelation chapter 8, starting with 1. And when he had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in the heavens above a space of a half an hour. Verse 2. And I saw 7 angels which stood before Yah. I love that. I love that. They standing before Yah, waiting for their assignment. That is so beautiful to me. That's beautiful to me. Cause I can imagine them just feeling so good about standing before the Father, awaiting their assignment. Now listen to this. In Revelation chapter 8 and verse 2, and I saw 7 angels which stood before Yah, and to them were given 7 trumpets. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a gold censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of all the saints upon the golden altar, which was before the throne. So the saints' prayers of all the saints, the golden altar was before the throne. Verse 4. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers, all right, of the saints, ascended up before Yah out of the angel's hand. See there, Yah, heavens is still having those angels keeping us, the saints, in mind. That's beautiful. You know why? It's because what this fire is that Sister Deborah is speaking of, it's coming. And somewhere, let me see here, before, let me see, Revelation 8 and verse 4. And the smoke of the incense, which came with the prayers of the saints, ascended up before Yah out of the angel's hand. So the saints' prayers has gone up before the throne of the Father. Okay, so somewhere along the line, what is about to take place, the saints are going to be separate from. Okay, so this fire and this match is thrown in to destroy a third of many. So when you see that, you got to understand it's coming not just after the earth, but a people as well. That's powerful, y'all. We are about to see something that we haven't given even the thought. But you hear people talking about the 3 days of darkness. Why are you way over in the 3 days of darkness when you in the wrong area? The 3 days of darkness is not coming to play with you. The 3 days of darkness the world got you all worried up for is for those that's on the left side, the world. That's what the 3 days of darkness, as they know of it, as they keep training their mind and their sick mind and their mindset, the way the world says it. So the world speaks of 3 darkness because they're trying to counteract he that's on the right hand. That is going to allow that to come to pass, but not the 3 darkness the world has cranked up. Like I said, they have gotten together and have created a shield to cover up the sun and the moon. They have gotten it. Why? Because they're trying to counteract the prophecies, y'all. See, they're trying to get a head up on what the prophecy. They studied this here for thousands, not thousands, yeah, hundreds of years. Let's say hundreds of years. And they have mastered it to the best of the ability that the Father Yah has given them. So they're deceiving. They're not even going to deceive. They got so many people on the left, y'all. It is off the chain. So they got everything ready for those on the left, because that's what they feed off of, darkness and the way the world is portrayed, revelation or the end day. See, the world's got it their way. But when you start to hear the way it rumbles in the spirit, when the RUACH teacher, total different way. It's totally different, So I say unto you, kind of read Revelation 18 and tell me what you get out of it. Um, and how are you feeling Revelation 18? And what do you get out of it? I will be opening up my comment section, and I would love to hear what is it that you actually feeling about Revelation 18. And I say unto you, I will be back, and I hope you got something out of it. Shalom and shalom.